Here in this area, the biggest change we've seen is the removal of a tent and porta potties that were once used by asylum seekers. You can see some of the devastation that was left behind. Just a couple weeks ago, it was overflowing with people. These records show that it wasn't the first time that Marquez had engaged in inappropriate texting. Taking down a drone is no simple task. This is all new concertina wire that's being added along the border fence. Just yesterday, companies were paying zero tax to import their products from Mexico. As for those asylum appointments, they're only available using the CBP1 mobile app. Mexican rodeo is Mexico's national sport. Right now we have some light rain, some light wind that is slowly starting to pick up here in Port Charlie. Good morning. You know, just minutes ago, it was a huge party here, kids running around everywhere. We're headed to an area on Martinez Lake that sees a lot of traffic. Boaters are here to have a good time, but deputies are here to make sure it's being done safely. Within minutes of kicking off his Memorial Day weekend patrol, Deputy Jairo Cardenas spotted a violation.
So right now we have an improper registration display.
Cardenas issued the boater a written warning, but emphasized that more than anything, the stop served as an opportunity for education on boat rules and safety.
That's something that we do on every boat. We make sure that they have their life vests, which are PFDs. We make sure that they have a working fire extinguisher.
He also checks for signs of impairment.
No alcohol or anything like that. Okay.
Cardenas says a strong law enforcement presence adds to the safety on the water and helps prevent incidents like a fire that erupted here last Memorial Day weekend.
The things that have happened last year, obviously we try to mitigate all that stuff.
Sheriff Leon Wilmot says it was a flare gun that sparked the fire, burning over 1,000 acres.
That's our biggest concern right now is the fire safety out here. It's dry.
He recommends using a whistle or horn in an emergency or calling 911 for help.
Call us. We'll get you BLM or U.S. Fish and Wildlife. They'll respond with the proper equipment.
As Cardenas maintains order across the 30 miles of river water, he says he's also there to
make sure everybody has fun.
Reporting in Yuma, Alexandra Rangel, Arizona's Family. Colorful makeshift tents are visible from Interstate 8 as you drive through the Jacumba Mountains east of San Diego County. As we arrived at the site, we could see people from all corners of the world. Where are you guys coming from?
From India.
They tell me it was a hard journey with lots of uncertainty still ahead. You guys are helping pick up some trash.
Yeah. Why be looking too much dirty?
But suddenly, we see Border Patrol. A Border Patrol agent just arrived. A lot of the migrants came out of their tents, and you can see right here, he's counting some of them. He asks the mothers and the children to line up first. He takes about a dozen people, mostly children. He tells the remaining migrants they would be back in a couple of hours for another group. Border Patrol saw a record 3 million people crossing into the U.S. for the 2023 fiscal year. The surge has overloaded sectors along the southern border, including in Arizona and California. Yuma is one of the few spots that has seen a decrease in crossings from last year. As a result, Yuma Border Patrol have taken in busloads of migrants from San Diego, Tucson, and Lukeville, Arizona to help with processing.
A lot of these people, in fact,
a few miles down the road from the campsite is Jacumba local Sam Schultz and a group of volunteers. For 11 weeks, they've been feeding thousands of migrants crossing through the area.
And some of them are just leaving at this point. And, we had one fella that walked into town and called an Uber, and off he went.
As the influx of migrants continues to overwhelm Border Patrol at the southern border, desperation only grows for the hundreds of migrants waiting to be processed. In Jacumba, Alexandra Rangel, Arizona's Family. Dates is an all-organic farm. They're the biggest medjool date farm in North America, and they tell me they have more trees than the population of Yuma. At least 15 feet in height, rows of medjool palms surround 3,000 acres of land at Yumi Dates. It takes a crew of about 800 workers to get these dates from the farm to a packing facility. A rigorous job, especially for the tree climbers tasked with picking the dates while harnessed on a mechanical lift.
They'll give the cluster a pretty good shake, then they'll open up the bag and dump the date inside those canvas baskets they have. That's what they're doing right now.
This crew was one short, so I jumped in to help.
And bring it over here, and then dump it, but as you're walking, you gotta put them in trays.
Each basket weighing at least 30 pounds.
Que quede más o menos parejo.
Jesus Valenzuela, who's been picking dates for 18 years, says each crate has to be evenly packed.
Más que nada te tiene que gustar el trabajo, porque es difícil trabajar en la temporada de calor, pero pues o sea, a mí me gusta mucho.
More than anything, he says you need to love this type of work, because that love will carry you through the hot summer days.
Millions of pounds will be harvested this season.
Dates thrive in the desert climates, and this year's record heat has made for a fruitful season.
And the last 2 years have been pretty tough with rain and stuff around this time.
Raul Perraza is an organic specialist, making sure organic farming standards are followed to produce the best product. What does a perfect date look like?
Okay, so right here, a perfect date. Well, when we're harvesting, we're looking to get down mostly the fruit that it's at the right moisture content, kind of like this right here. It's not too humid, kind of not too dry. It's at the right person. So this is what we're looking for.
Yuma Dates is also one of the only regenerative organic date farms, a practice that emphasizes improving the health of the land and the community that farms it.
Working the land to improve the soils and also make sure we provide workers with fair livable wages and they know their rights and just fair treatment of the employment and the employees.
Raul says they're on track to harvest more than 20 million pounds of dates, a fruit that so many enjoy.
It is great to see people buying dates.
In Yuma, Alexandra Rangel, Arizona's Family.